Top 10 Buddhism Essay Topics. Zen Buddhism and Oneida Community. In this compare and contrast essay, your task is to review the differences between Zen Buddhism and the Oneida community, a 19th century religious group from the U.S. Give some background information about both philosophies' history and then discuss their core principles. Point out societal and historical factors that shaped Zen Buddhism and the Oneida community. Buddhism and Hinduism. Here, you should compare two major religions, Buddhism and Hinduism. Although both originate from India, they are still very different. For example, Buddhism is non-theistic, while Hinduism has many theistic aspects. In addition, discuss the concepts of karma, dharma, and samsara present in both religions. Dialogue over the interfaith Christian and Buddhist perspectives. In this essay, you should explore the concept of interfaith dialogue. In particular, focus on Christianity and Buddhism. Talk about the possibilities, challenges, and overall importance of conversations between these religions. What points can help people engaging in an interfaith dialogue find common ground? Misconceptions about Buddhism. This topic is your opportunity to disprove common misunderstandings that people often have about Buddhism. For example, some think it's purely a philosophy and not a religion. In your essay, explain how these misconceptions oversimplify the complexity of Buddhism. The Four Noble Truths of Buddhism. The Four Noble Truths are a core component of Buddhist philosophy. Without it, it's impossible to understand the concepts of suffering and enlightenment. In your essay, describe each of the truths separately and show how they form a framework going from suffering to its cessation. Buddhism, the concept of death and dying. In this essay, you can explore Buddhism's unique concepts of death, dying, and the afterlife. Some interesting aspects you can research are rebirth and impermanence. You may also describe the significance of practices like meditation and letting go that help people prepare for the afterlife. The Origin of Buddhism. Are you curious about the origins of Buddhism? Write an essay about it. Look into the historical and cultural environment that inspired Siddhartha Gautama's teachings. In addition to describing the life of the Buddha himself, discuss the Vedic traditions that existed in India around that time. Buddhism's Things and Ideas. This fascinating topic is your chance to delve into the significance of material and immaterial objects within Buddhism. Look up essential artifacts like prayer beads, statues of the Buddha, and stupas. Among the most interesting philosophical ideas to explore are karma, dharma, and nirvana. How do all these things work together to create a unified religious experience? Anger, emotion, and Buddhism. Here, you can explain how Buddhism can help understand anger and transform it into something positive. First, explain how anger leads to suffering, as understood in Buddhism. Next, review the effect of mindfulness, meditation, and compassion in managing anger. Additionally, talk about non-reactive Buddhist responses to anger. Newspaper response to Buddhism. For this case study, you will need to study several newspaper articles devoted to Buddhism. Analyze them, paying particular attention to how they address the complexities and controversies of Buddhism. Are the articles objective? How do they influence public perception of this religion?